Good evening, everyone. Welcome to MarketWatch 360, our weekly business talk show. And tonight, we're having SBM Fitness and the owner Yu Hui and her daughter, and also her business partner Mia, and here with us. And welcome to the show.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
And to start with, I think most of our audiences would love to know, like the stories behind of your business and the stories about how you get your business started.
Okay, wonderful. Well, first of all, I want to thank you, Nancy, to having us here, and my daughter's here with me, Mia, and this is a family-owned business that I started this business incorporated 2010. We started a very small outdoor boot camp, and because of overwhelming of the great feedback, and the company we are engaged with decided, well, why don't we, come up with space, a wellness fitness center inside of corporate with SBM Fitness running it. So that's kind of how SBM Fitness started back in 2010. Fast forward, we through the corporate wellness, we were able to really, provide a very valuable fitness program for the local company here. So we have a few corporate wellness company that we are currently running, and around the 2014, we branch out to community Menlo Park. We started our own small fitness personal training studio in Menlo Park, and here we are.
10 years after that,
Yes,
you're still existing in the market.
I know, yes, and it's going strong. It is going strong.
I believe so. So
Yeah.
how was the business before pandemic? I know that Mia, you're the operation manager, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Would you like to share how was your business before pandemic?
Yeah, of course. So before the pandemic, I will say, just like Yuhei was saying, we had two business models. So we worked both in our personal studio in Menlo Park, personal training and group training, and then we also had our corporate clients. So for our corporate clients, I think before the pandemic, a lot of them were obviously on site. Same thing with our personal training group fitness. It was all really exciting. I think, especially throughout the last probably 4 to 5 years, we've been really pushing hard to work closely with the Menlo Park community for our group training and our personal training. And it was kind of just hitting that point where you're like, all right, like everything is going great. And then obviously everything had to close.
Mm-hmm.
But, that's the silver lining. It's awful to say that there even is a silver lining from the pandemic, because we've been so lucky that everyone's healthy and that we've been able to keep our studio open. But I will say moving our business online after the pandemic started was something that we were able to do. So we're really quite thankful for that. Yeah.
So, I'm just curious why you were able to quickly switch online. So, did you guys do some setup prior to pandemic? You already
Yeah.
been doing something online, and then
Yeah. Weirdly enough, no, we had never done anything online. I still remember, I think it was like a Monday or on a Tuesday last year, March 15th. And I remember we had gotten the notification that starting March 16th, everything was going to be shut down. So I think on that day, Yu Hui, my brother Sean, who's the studio manager of SBM Fitness, and myself and a couple of our front desk employees, we stayed up really late creating a bunch of Zoom links, training all of our instructors to make sure that they knew how it worked. So we were able to pivot online really quickly. And I think it helps that there's such a strong base of online fitness videos already, regardless of who it's from. And that we were able to kind of switch online. It may not be something that people are familiar with, but I think having familiar faces, whether it be our trainers or our instructors, really helped them kind of ease into the new normal of working out online.
Mm-hmm. I think that would be the most successful
Yeah.
move that you guys made when COVID hit. right?
Yeah, definitely. I think moving stuff online was probably the most successful, especially with, the last year reopenings and closing, and a lot of the requirements for opening were not necessarily the most clear, or, we just wanted to make sure that everyone could do in-person training safely. So we've kept most of our stuff online. It's actually been really exciting because a lot of companies who we previously haven't worked with have reached out to us, or a lot of people who have never worked with us before have reached out to us to say, like, I've never had time because of work, or you guys are too far, but now everything's online, so why not?
We
Yeah.
even have a client is Zoom from the platform we use is Zoom. So we have a client from Germany, employee come from Germany. We want to take a yoga class.
Yeah.
So you were able to reach out to more
Right.
people.
Yes, I think I was the most benefit. What we gain is we are able to really expanding our clientele not only in USA but overseas because of the Zoom platform. And going back a little bit, that many years ago that we tried to do the Tai Chi online, which is go-to-meeting platform. At that time, clients are not introduced using online fitness, so no one is comfortable. We actually tried a few times, a few classes, it didn't go well. People have a very, negative, not
Friction,
great impression about the online fitness. But the pandemic has really, kind of changing people's mind, being very open, adopt the new technology. Our personal training clients, even the age 85, is using the Zoom now.
Wow. So do you think that pandemic actually became a wake-up call, not just for business, but also for clients?
Yeah, I think definitely.
I think it would say wake up call. I will say that it provide additional tools for clients can maintain their fitness program. The wellness is all about the balance of the spirit, body, and mind, which is the way SBM Fitness stands for. So a lot of people nowadays, sitting in office all day, 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours a day. At least that they can hop on Zoom online fitness program to do some type of workout if they cannot access the gym. So that's kind of I will say from what I heard the feedback from my clients that they love to have a different tool being access to professional trainers like us to provide continue to improve their fitness.
Yeah. I think from an operational standpoint, it was definitely eye-opening just because, everything kind of changes. You no longer have too much of a word of mouth. There's a lot more different kinds of marketing that you can explore, different types of classes. I think one thing especially is with people working from home a lot, their hours may be longer, they're sitting down a lot more. There's not really that sense of life at home and then life at work because everything's so blended. And because of that, sometimes fitness or general health kind of gets pushed aside because you're just so focused on work or home, especially if you have a family. So I think having the chance to have like a low impact foundational class that can kind of be a gateway into general fitness and health was really great for people. And I think that was a great wake up call, especially for clients who may be intimidated to walk into a gym at first. It's great for them to be able to do it with a little bit of a buffer with that screen in between them. Yeah.
So one of the program we a couple of weeks on lunch that was very successful is the posture workshop.
Yeah, posture class.
So like what Mina mentioned, that people working on computer, 10, 12 hours a day, and they just have a very stiff body. So we launched a program, a fitness online Zoom program is a special for, setting,
Mm-hmm.
or such as chair yoga. Those classes are, extremely well received. And without the Zoom, we will probably not, that will probably be our lower, peak of the classes in person.
Mm-hmm.
So because of the Zoom, and we are able to launch and reach out to, overseas clients as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So it was like you were kind of like pushed to restructure your classes, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
To cope
It forced us to, really rethink about business model as well as how we're going to reach out to
Correct.
our clients.
with- Mhm.
Yeah.
We are learning.
So besides Zoom, what other like technologies or strategies that you have been using to pivot in pandemic?
Yeah. So from a corporate standpoint, not too much had changed because a lot of the corporations have their own in-house marketing and promotions. However, I will say that through the pandemic, we've been lucky enough to work with those companies to be able to provide support for their international employees. And that would mostly be through their intranet. On a personal training and group fitness studio side, I would definitely say social media marketing is just so big. I mean, I'm lucky that I can understand how to use social media, but it's just so it's crazy that we live in a day and age where someone can start a small business and they can promote it all by themselves on social media, and it can become quite successful. So my coworker Sean, who's also my brother, he's in charge of our group fitness studio, and he's been really on top of making sure that everything is updated on our social media in terms of opening, closures, restrictions, guidelines for safety, classes, all that kind of stuff. I think that was probably the main thing that we stuck with, especially since, email lists can only do so much. I get probably 17 emails a day from studios that I've signed up for, and I don't actually read them, but I'm
exactly right.
but I'm on Instagram a lot, or I'm on
Right.
Twitter. So
You're on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook.
yeah, exactly. So I think the social media marketing has definitely helped us grow in terms of expansion, at least during the pandemic. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So do you know that what Sean has been doing in terms of social media marketing? And you just mentioned about like posting and interacting with your audiences and your followers. And what else like has he been using and or leveraging on social media platforms?
Yeah. So I think the one good thing is that we had such a strong tie with the Menlo Park community beforehand. And throughout the pandemic, he's been using social media to leverage those relationships. So throughout that, it's so weird to say word of mouth through Instagram, but we'll have people sharing our posts, or we'll have people participating in challenges and tagging us, something like that. So I think something really interactive with clients is something that he's been focusing on recently, especially as things start to open up. And a lot of our instructors are also from the area. They have been in the area for a long time. They're really well known for being, really incredible, knowledgeable instructors. So a lot of their clients have also been participating and interacting with them in the same way. Yeah.
That's very cool. And so you believe that social media can help the business go viral in a very short time frame, right?
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, but do you think that most small business owners they can they realize the same level about what you have been realizing, and also do you think that it's easy to master immediately?
Oh, I mean, I'll speak for myself. I do not think it's easy to master. I really do not. I think there's a steep learning curve but once you get it, you kind of get it. And for small business owners, I think they do realize the importance, but oftentimes
The lack of time.
they're juggling so many different things.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, we're lucky that Yuhui has this company and that Sean and I can help kind of separate that work to be able to provide support. But I do know a lot of small business owners may not have, a family to help them segment each
Mhm.
area.
Mhm.
But yeah.
So in terms of marketing and what do you think that the small business that need the most at this point?
I would say in my case, how to reach out to target the clients is
Mhm.
number one. We could spend a lot of money, use social media like
Mhm.
Facebook
Mhm.
or other platform to reach out many clients in the Bay Area. However, we want to reach out to target the clients.
Correct.
Yeah, they value our,
Value.
service. And that is the number one key. And I would say Sean has been doing very well, but we are still learning. We are still learning on how do we do better, how can we reach out to our target clients. And I think that's a lot of business have the same struggle as well. I think restaurant-wise, the food industrial, they use Yelp very heavily. People like their food, then they post the Yelp review. The more Yelp better review, you get more people come to your restaurant. But I think fitness is slightly different. We want to target clients. So that's kind of the business like SBM Fitness that most knowledge we want to get is to reach out to more target clients.
Yeah, I definitely understand because I'm working in the digital marketing field myself, and I understand that a lot of business owners, it's like they know how to post, like those
Yeah.
basic information, like everybody knows how to do that. But number one thing is, like you just mentioned, they don't know how to target their targeted clients, right? They don't know how to run effective ads. Why I mentioned effective, because running ads is no joking. If you don't know how to run that in the right way, and you could lose a lot of money by just running social media ads. And then they can't keep the consistency because they're too busy. And like Mia mentioned, if they don't have any helpers from the family, it's so hard for them to keep their social media up to date, right?
Right.
And if like with all the social media platform, because it's getting more and more competitive, and it's so easy for anyone to start a business online. But also there are so many restrictions along the way as well. And so like Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, if you don't have consistency, it's even hard for you to do any ads because they wouldn't allow you. And oftentimes, a lot of small business will, their account could possibly be suspended, and because of misbehaviors. Yeah, but all those things are very it's too much. It can be very overwhelming for business. For business owners, like you have to juggle in different areas of your business every single day, and then you want to grow your business and you want to get more people to notice your business. It's so hard to balance every single thing, right? And also I think one of the reasons why we started this show, because we just felt the urgency to just bring this awareness and to the community, and making sure that most local businesses know that digital marketing is not just posting. So it's a lot to learn, and even myself, I'm learning every single day because it's ongoing learning. And
technology continue to change.
Exactly. And Facebook, they continue to change their platform settings, right? And YouTube and Instagram, and now there you go. In 2021, Clubhouse, right?
Yeah,
and we don't even have Clubhouse before 2021, right? And now it's getting super popular and super hot at this point, right? But how are you gonna market your business on that platform? How? And also another thing that I realized that most of business owners they can get a lot of by just sharing and posting, they can get a lot of followers. But the point is, they don't know how to generate revenue from their social media platform, right? Because by the end of the day, what's the most important part for a business? Like you have to generate revenue. And but a lot of business owners, like I like that you mentioned about Yelp, because Yelp has been existing on the market for years,
Right.
and especially the local business heavily like rely on Yelp. But as a marketer, I realized that Yelp is kind of like passive leads. Like if your clients do not check Yelp, they don't know you, right? And if they even check the Yelp, they have to see the ratings, and then you never know when it's gonna be your turn, right? If they even checked, what if they don't even call, and you will never get a chance to talk to them?
Yeah.
So what we have been doing is just we try to do more active, like active marketing. So you don't have to wait. And then with certain like technologies and software's assistance, and then the client is you gonna get like client's data and information on your end immediately. So it's like it's active, and it's for both sides. So if the client is calling you, that's fine, that's great, and right. But if they don't call you, and you get the data too, you get the data, and you can follow up and call them in case they don't keep their commitment, in case they forgot, right? That happens all the time. But if you want to keep business going, then right now you really have to leverage a lot of automated system.
Yeah.
Right.
But how many of you have ever heard about, like, besides we talk about the social media platforms, how many of you have heard about like automated like system before?
Yeah, I think that's something that's like, especially for marketing, because it's definitely not my forte. I mean, it's something that we always struggle with. Like, I remember when we were setting up like SEO and updating our website and making sure that our platform would have like, the little chatbot that says that someone's always active. So anyone who visits our website will be able to actively say like, hello, thank you for coming. Like, please let us know if you have any questions. I know that, it's really overwhelming for someone who definitely has not had the training, who's not keeping up to date. I mean, I think that that's probably the biggest struggle for small business owners, or for, anyone who that's just, something that they're not used to doing. Yeah.
And also, do you think that website is very like effective way for now, like getting clients, not just the building your reputation and but getting clients?
Yeah, for the website. I think it's a hit or miss. I will say for our experience,
For SBM Fitness, we're talking about our own business. Everything is about the relationship in person.
Exactly.
How our clients get the result, and our business comes from referral. Clients come to see me, they get a great result, they really love what they see in their body change, they refer the clients. Or the client just say, what did you do? You look great. So words by mouth was kind of, in our business, that's the most powerful way to get our clients.
Yeah.
Besides, regular, traditional social media.
Yeah, I think we do have several people who've, walked in off the street because they see a gym and, they'll Google gyms in Menlo Park and SBM will show up. But, I can probably say that there's not too many people who will visit a website and be like, okay, like, this is the gym for me. Like, this is it.
Yeah, I think nowadays that the people are looking for save the time. How do I get the most things done with the time they can handle? So they are not going to drive it 30 minutes all the way if I'm living in Palo Alto, I'm probably not going to drive all the way to St. Carol for one class. They want to walk to next door, the neighborhood that provide what I need, either grocery or fitness, or workout classes, or nail salon. So our target is probably, since our studio is in Menlo Park, our target client is focused on the Menlo Park.
It's still local.
It's still, yes, very local.
Yeah. But as I heard about the process, actually, it's still very like passive. Like if the client,
Absolutely.
if the client never searched the way that you
I know.
you wish them to search, and then they will never find out your studio,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Definitely.
I mean,
Definitely.
it's been tough, especially during COVID, because I think before the pandemic, we were just probably a lot more active. So
we have a weekend community classes.
yeah, so during the weekend we would have free community classes for anyone who wanted to join, and that's probably a big one because a lot of people. I mean, who doesn't love free things, you know?
Yeah.
So,
Correct. Go on, make a payment, then let me try it first.
yeah,
right?
so we would offer a lot of free classes. We participated in a lot of like local high schools, job fairs. I know the city of Menlo Park always has like a big fitness fair, and then they also have a small local business fair, and we participate in Palo Alto as well. But I think during the pandemic, it's been really hitting us because we don't have the opportunity to kind of get out there.
That's what we're missing right now.
It's like reaching out.
Yeah.
So if you don't take the initiative, and then you will never get a client from the community, right?
Yeah.
And but just so you know, with social media, that I don't know, Mia, you must be on social media quite often, right? And most likely, like when you scroll down and scroll up, you will see a lot of like ads,
Yeah.
and just pop up on your social media. You don't even know why those kind of ads and pop up, right? But I don't know about you, because I actually purchased a lot of things because of those ads. Even though myself is a digital marketing, but it was just so enticing, right? And I think the back end software technology has been tracking my behavior.
Yeah.
So whatever I search on Google, whatever I search on Facebook or Instagram, it's all connected.
Yeah.
So once I searched once, or I just click once, guess what? They're gonna follow up with me probably for a while. That's how powerful the technology can do.
Yeah.
So
that's something we needed to get into
to embrace.
Embrace it.
I think we had run ads quite often. And then recently, because especially we don't have the chance to kind of get our name out there, we've been running ads simultaneously with just like our own postings rather than like running an ad through a platform.
I see. It's kind of like boost your post.
Yeah, exactly.
But, okay, so that's something I really have to mention. So boosting your post is not really like doing ads, because you're not giving any call to action.
Yeah.
And then meaning that you're just getting more, hopefully,
Followers.
like popularity, right? Or just followers.
Yeah.
And but you don't have any call to action. Even you have call to action. The thing is, how are you gonna follow up with your clients? Are you gonna follow up manually? Because I know a lot of business owners, they do that manually, but it's really time consuming.
Yeah.
We are on top of that. I think Sean, as a studio manager, my son, we get a lot of the call from Google, and he doesn't respond right away, and it takes time to do that.
Yeah. He has dedicated a lot of time to doing that manually, I will say.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying, that you don't have to do that manually.
Yeah.
I mean, technologies today, literally you can do everything. You can build the relationship and with automated system and with like bot campaign, and all those things can be done by software. And it's really because you don't need a lot of communications back and forth with your clients, right? They know if they click your ad or they click your post, they know what they want, right? But sometimes they just click and they have something else and distracted them, right? And they forgot. But guess what? The system, once they click, the system is gonna follow up for you.
Yeah.
You don't have to do that manually.
Yeah.
But of course, with good manners. And then they will follow up maybe 24 hours or maybe a day later. And we'll just, we have all set up things there. And then once they click, and they will follow up and with the client's name. Hey, did you just click our promotion the other day? And then have you ever got your you have you got your code for the discount or whatsoever? And then probably the client just say no, right? Just no. But then they were like the robot probably just continues saying that no worries, here's the link. So just remind them, click it again. I did that multiple times as a client. And it really happened to me, and then the whole experience was actually good.
Yeah.
I didn't feel like awkward or just bad, and I felt good.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm running this digital marketing and software company, and before I launch any system, I would test it out myself. If I don't like it, I won't share with my clients. So what's the point?
Yeah.
And so I like to play around it. So, and I was like, this is really cool, interesting. And then, but how many like local? I know that because we have franchising and corporate clients a lot. They are always ahead of time because they have a team like doing the research, right? And making sure that the entire corporate is always,
the standards they have to be there across the board. Yeah.
Yeah, correct. It's like getting funds, right? And we mentioned previously on our show, like a lot of like bigger like organizations or bigger companies, they actually got the funds first because they have a whole team like running everything for them, right? But for local business owners, if they don't think about that themselves, if they're not open-minded, and who is going to help them?
Yeah.
And I think Hui is very lucky because she has you and your brother, and you guys are very young, like you're young generation. So I would say that, but not many business owners are, as lucky as you are, right?
Yes, totally agree. I think that, I'm grateful that they're actually very passionate about the fitness. And they believe they're part of, the SBM. So that's a big difference. You could work with an organization or from your own business, but you have to truly believe that you own it. So with their, this generation's help, I think I'm not as computer savvy, so it's absolutely, it's good to have them step in, to help.
Yeah. I mean, we're always learning, like always, and the technology is always developing, it's always advancing, and there's only,
But it's exciting.
Yeah, it's really exciting.
Yeah,
I mean, it's exciting to know that like I would be able to learn this and attempt to do it on my own. Whereas I think in a traditional company or, 5-10 years ago, like I've seen people whose businesses now, their websites looks like from their 90s, and like, they don't have anything set up. So I think we're really lucky that we live in a day and age where like we have the chance to be able to learn and be able to try to,
Totally.
Yeah, I think it's all about your mindset. It's actually we're living in the best, I would say the best time of this entire century to do business. If you are open-minded, if you're willing to learn, and everything is possible with the help of technology. Because let's think about that, like 30-40 years ago, if you want to start a business, it's really tough.
We were using flip phone.
Correct.
You guys were using newspapers. What are you talking about?
Right. And think about the traditional way of getting your business out was like a newspaper and mailing and billboards and TV show, right?
Yeah.
But the thing is, you spend a lot of money on those ads, and it's not even trackable.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of people, they hate marketers. Like they're like, oh, marketers are just trying to, rip the money from us, right? But the thing is, nowadays, like actually things changed,
Yeah.
right? You need to think about where is your next like 24/7 billboard.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be the traditional billboard on the highway, right?
Yeah.
It's not gonna be that one anymore. And right now I don't even think that anyone still like thinking that they can do a really good marketing through the billboard. And
Yeah.
by the way, it's very, very expensive though.
I would believe that.
So since you are in this market, where do you see the trend goes with marketing?
Definitely focus on social media. Like Mia said, and both of us, are like we're kind of like younger generation, and I shared that I purchased a lot of things just by scrolling down, right? And I mean, it's simple and easy, and it's just one click. And then I fill out the form and I get my things in the next few days.
Yeah.
Sometimes a couple days. Yeah.
Mhm.
It's just it's reliable and it's easy.
Yeah. That's the one thing, is that we want to make the transition of like inquiry to stepping foot into our studio as easy as possible. And everything being online has really helped that, because it's just one less step. You log in with your computer, it's even that much easier. So we're hoping to be able to continue that as we're bringing things back in person now.
Yeah, continue doing the great work. And also, like I said, that you definitely want to do, like most of our audiences here, if you're doing business, definitely you want to do like social media marketing. But at the meantime, you need to be aware that don't make social media marketing super consuming, right? And super consuming in your life or in your business, because that's not supposed to be your main focus. Your main focus is always going to be focusing, serving your clients and your quality of your service, right?
Yeah.
That's always the core element of your business.
Yes.
And so just be open-minded and just reach out, and we have this consultation link next to this screen, and just reach out, and if you wanted to learn more. And like our guest tonight, and I believe that we really taking this conversation to the next level. I think I'm really thankful for Mia, because she's the young generation, and her mind is really like up to date.
Yeah.
And I think that
Trust me, I'm learning every day from her.
No, I mean, the depth of knowledge that someone like you has, I can barely even scratch the surface in terms of social media marketing and online, being able to leverage it to be as successful as possible. So I think the depth of having, like the depth of your knowledge is just really beneficial, I think, to small business owners, especially because it's just really overwhelming.
Yeah, exactly. Trust me, I'm learning every single day too. I'm learning it. I'm learning every single day. I talk to my mentor and I'm like, well, I think I'm good now, because I know, like I went through all the software in the system, and I like to test out all those cool stuff myself first. But then I remember I talked to my mentor. I said, I think I'm pretty good. I'm pretty savvy now. And he said, no, you're just getting started. And digital marketing is ongoing learning.
Yeah.
Like right now, like who can say that they're on top of digital marketing? I don't think no one can be so bold enough and to say that, oh, I'm on top of digital marketing.
Yeah.
No one. You just need to be open-minded and just need to test it out. Test all the things out yourself, and to take the leap of faith and to just try it, and to see if it works on your business. If it works, then just keep doing it. But another thing I want to mention is that for most of small business owners, it's not just the marketing, because I know you guys are running like fitness, but some of our other like audiences, and they're running like restaurant business. They heavily leverage the third party for delivery service and ordering service, right? Like Uber Eats and DoorDash. But those third party, has been really helpful. I mean, at the beginning, but right now they're charging a pretty high commission fee, like over 15%, right? It's somewhere between 15 to 30, right? And but how are those small businesses gonna be more profitable in the future, right? And also, here is a missing part. Most of the business owners, they don't know the importance of data. Data is very important, but if you heavily leverage the third party, you will never get the data yourself.
Yeah.
So just be aware of that. And running social media marketing, it's all about data.
Mhm.
So you have to figure out ways, or either leverage software or doing your own marketing stuff. Make sure that you collect the data and you continue running another level, like VIP club, and nurturing your old clients and using your own data. And then so that way you don't have to leverage or you don't have to continuing paying the third party, and because they have the data, they have the traffic, right? So that's the thing. I think most of the small business owners, that they really have to be aware of that, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So what are the things that it's gonna change, during this post-pandemic period in your business?
What other things?
I know one thing that we've been, thinking of is expanding our business to incorporate a lot more online services. Previously, it was almost all in person because, a lot of people wouldn't imagine that they could get a personal trainer online. Like, I don't have stuff at home, or, I need to be in a physical environment that will make me want to work out. Especially now when we have clients all over the world calling in, or clients who may be traveling, I think we're going to be able to leverage an online platform. Also, just because fitness as a field is transitioning right now, you can see it in a lot of social media platforms now, that there's a lot of online videos, a lot of online training programs, and we want to be able to keep up with that field by providing that. Yeah.
Very cool. So what are you optimistic about this post-pandemic way?
A lot of things. A lot of things. Mia, what's your thought?
Hopeful? Well, I am hopeful that we can return back in person soon. We want to be able to provide for the Menlo Park community the services that we were before. I'm pretty hopeful that we'll be able to take the things that we've learned in terms of marketing, or in terms of how to reach out to clients, or in terms of ease of signups, to be able to continue that. And again, I just want to say, I think having an online platform, online classes, online training, videos that you can watch at home is going to be something that I personally am very excited about.
Well, I think we SBM Fitness is able to kind of take the chance during the shutdown. We created more home workout video of clients, and going back to fitness, the number one things we value most is what we provide the clients that can lead to the result. Right? It doesn't matter where you at, besides the Zoom workout or in-person workout. We think it would be very helpful that we create a more home workout program, send it to our clients. Say, hey, you missed the workout, no problem. Here is HIIT training, 10 minutes, repeat it 3 times. Those are something that we always think about what we can do better for our clients to create a deeper relationship. And I think with the pandemic, that it kind of gave us a little bit of time to kind of sit down and looking into what we did good, what we can do better
Mm-hmm.
going forward.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I think most of business, in the next chapter, most of them are probably gonna use like hybrid way, not just the in-person way anymore.
Right.
Because this is the new era.
Yeah.
It is here now. It's not even coming. It's here.
It
It's
is
right
here,
here.
yeah.
And I think and even the the consuming behaviors changed as well, right? And before pandemic, a lot of people didn't even hear about Zoom, right? And they don't even know about social, like they don't focus on social media marketing, right? They don't know how important that is. And now everybody is jumping into,
Yeah.
those.
I'm amazed at how many online fitness program is on the market right now, and how many new equipment that is home use equipment came out on the market just last year.
Mhm.
People were not using those type of things in the past, but now like a total system or online biking classes, those are just extremely popular, and we are still learning. You know.
Mhm.
We want to be the top of market as well.
Yeah, we're all learning, right? And thank you so much, and for having this amazing conversation, and thank you
Absolutely.
for being our show. And I believe that all our audiences learned a lot, and especially learned about the stories of fitness field and the fitness world, right?
Yeah.
And make sure that if you're looking for fitness club, and do check out SBM Fitness, and I really do like the t-shirt.
Oh, thank
So,
you, thank you.
Yeah, check it out, and then you also will have the discount, right? And we're showing you the real fitness and how it looks like in person, right? And just go ahead, Google it now, and let's come together and support the local business. And okay, thank you. We're coming to the end of our show, and thank you guys. And we'll wish you a very good evening, and we'll see you next Thursday.